I was tricked to come in here. It was like really crazy back then. Every family I remember, they used to have like guns in their houses, protect them. Like we just couldn't do anything. My name is Amel. I go to Vista High School. I'm 17 years old, and my hometown is Iraq, Baghdad city, the capital. When I left, my dad told me you're going for a trip. I feel it's like a vacation for 2 months and you're coming back, but I was like, all right, it's 2 months and I'm coming back. And I went, and all I know is there's a year and 2 years, 4 years, and now I'm here. So I didn't really know, but like after the 2 months that passed, back then I was like, when I'm coming back, when I'm coming back. It's like, just don't worry, like we coming there too. And to be honest, I was like little, I didn't even know what to do. It was all my dad. He was like, we're leaving in a week. We're not, like, it's not even worth it. It's not worth like risking our life. Like, who knows like what's gonna happen if whatever happens. Plus the kidnappers like demand a lot of ransom, about $200,000. They get the names of his best friends, where they live and what they do and who they are. And after they get the names, they start tracking them down, and like it's like the same people. Like it wasn't like really secure, so a lot of people were getting kidnapped from my school that I know too. But I mean, my best friend got kidnapped in 2005, and at that time Baghdad was like extremely like just difficult to live in. It was just not too safe, after he gave my name to the people who kidnapped him. So it's not something fun, to go through.
Another battlefield, a U.S. Army officer claimed on Wednesday that U.S. troops killed some 650 Iraqis in fightings near the central town of Najaf. A Pentagon official, however, reported that Iraqis killed in Najaf were between 150 and 300.
I mean, when it first happened in 2003, like all of us were scared. For 2 months, like all you hear was like firecrackers, like just fireworks going on, like bombs and tanks. It was like when the war started. And after maybe like 3 months, 4 months, like we got used to it. You got used to the sound, and after a year, like all these started going down. Almost every single week, a bomb used just to go off in our street. It was like the entrance for one of the bases for the U.S. It was like the main road to it. It's like where like the tanks use like just to move and go to their base from there. Terrorists used to plant bombs like almost every single week there for like the incoming tanks and Humvees and stuff like that. And the bad thing was like our house, our apartment was like right on the street face. So every single time that the bomb goes off, was all the glasses, as you saw in the picture, fall. It was pretty bad, but like lately, like after we got used to it, we started taping all the glasses like in axis, so like when the sound hits it, it won't break. It would just move it a little bit. And before this was like one of the scariest times. Like you might be watching TV and the glass might fall on you, so I had to be careful. I don't know, but like I still miss it over there. But it's not worth going back if it's like risky and hard to live. My parents made it here through the UN, the United Nations. They gave them the visa and everything to come, and they just came to Vista because I don't know if you heard of Al Cajon, where like all the Chaldeans meet.
I'm Kim Campbellson, and I'm lucky enough to be Amel's senior English teacher here at Vista High School. One of the ways in which Amel and I first connected was that I knew when he came in that he was of the Chaldean community. And one reason I know that is my master's degree is in Catholic theology, and Chaldeans are Catholics. Not a lot of people, even many Catholics, aren't aware of the other Catholic churches that are in communion with the Catholic Church. Here in the United States, we think of the Roman Catholic Church. Our Pope is in Rome, and that tends to be the Catholic Church of Western Europe. But of the Eastern world, there are other Catholic churches in unity with the Catholic Church. So the Chaldeans are Catholics of the Eastern Rite. They are from the area that in the ancient times would have been called Mesopotamia, and now, of course, that area includes Iraq. Another reason I was able to connect with Amel is that, coincidentally, my husband is the head of the social services department that is responsible for refugee relocation or integration into the community, and one of the biggest communities of refugees in San Diego are the Chaldeans, those who have been displaced from Iraq. The reasons that the Chaldeans have been welcomed into the United States and relocated to the United States is because as Catholics, as Christians in Iraq, they were persecuted, they were in danger under certain regimes. They're definitely a minority in Iraq, and at various times in history, not a welcome minority. Many have been killed. And so the United States has relocated them into two major areas, Michigan and San Diego. So I was familiar on both levels. I've never really discussed this very much with Amel, but I bet that sometimes he might feel frustrated because the demographics of Vista High School in our English as a Second Language program, our ELD program, English Language Development Program, our demographics would put Amel in the class with all Spanish speakers who are learning English. He's in the class, learning English and to perfect his academic English, but all the other students are Hispanic, and all of the other students come from Spanish language background. Sometimes I bet that can be frustrating for him because, for example, things that have happened this year. I'll get something from the district that I'm supposed to send home to all of the parents of my students, and it's written in Spanish. And I'll feel like an idiot handing it to Amel. And so I kind of give it to him and then take it back, or we just kind of have that awkward smile between us, like, hey, I know you're here. I know that Spanish isn't your home language. Want this paper? And we kind of laugh a little bit about it, but we've never really talked about it. But I bet sometimes that can be frustrating.
Well, at first when he told me that he was from Iraq, I don't know. He showed me his green card, and that's how I got to believe him. But at first I was kind of hesitant, but I heard his accent and I heard him speak Chaldean, so kind of just assumed from there. No, because there's certain features that you can tell, like the nose, it's flat. No offense, but you can tell.
We just started about a week ago, and right now we have about 50 fans on Facebook. It's grown pretty good.
Well, it's pretty cool. I we just like to see it grow and kind of progress through the time that we were in it. And I was kind of just posting pictures, every day, mostly every day, and we would just kind of get on Facebook and share and and try to advertise it a little bit, tell our friends about it, share it on our page, and just kind of spread the word a little bit.
And we were thinking of something like a community that people would be like into, go and have fun, laugh, and share.
Right now the idea is just to relate to people who came from the Middle East and here, the people who still feel I still miss it over there, and there's still for people who like still over there. But I don't know if people are into these kind of stuff in the Middle East, because like I know people in the U.S. are, you know, like memes, you know. So like we post funny stuff. For example, like we got this picture that says like traffic lights in like the rest of the world, traffic lights in Syria, you know, like so people don't stop. They're like quick. And this one's like, it's like please, like traffic lights in Iraq destroyed. You know, so like stuff like that, like people can relate to, fun. So my goal is to be a web designer, development, something that my family would be proud of, something that would be like, well, like he's not a doctor, but he's still like has an office, good money, and it can definitely like hold a family.